What got the redesign started was, first of all, it had been 10 years since this paper last changed its graphical appearance. So we knew that it needed to be done. The paper needed to be updated and refreshed. So that's really what got the conversation started.
We've been at this redesign for about a year now. At first, it was a planning process where we scoped out ways that we were going to reach out to our entire staff of 50 people, but also the entire community, business leaders in a number of different ways, including online surveys and CEO focus groups and individual conversations. We wanted to learn as much as we possibly could about how the reader uses the business journal.
All right. Well, I'm really excited about the scoreboard feature. It kind of gives us the chance to go back a year and see what happened in the news at that point, and then reinvestigate 1 year later. And that's something that we often overlook as reporters. We had this great news break and then we never return to the topic. So scoreboard is a really good way for us to stay on top of what's going on.
Personally, from the reader's perspective, this new paper is going to be a lot easier to navigate, to kind of get your way around. In the back there's going to be a section for a reader's guide that essentially will kind of give a reader a sense about what's inside, where to find it very easily, and what features are going to be able to be read. Very quick hit, very easy, get some great news right off the bat. So I think the reader's guide is going to help people quite a bit.
When we decided to go ahead and alter the paper after 10 years of the same design, we went ahead and decided to survey our staff. Like many companies, we find that they're a terrific resource. They have contact with all of our clients. They know what's going on out in the world. So we conducted a series of meetings where I went in with each department and everybody got to tell us what they thought about the design, and I didn't get to tell them what I thought about it. I stayed completely neutral during the entire session. So they felt very free. This sort of parallels a Gallup poll survey that we do on a regular basis, where people are allowed to talk about what's working with their departments and what's not working without any fear of anyone saying anything or coming back at them about it.
The benefit to the reader of this redesign is really a more comprehensive, smoother, easier to use business tool than ever before. There are more touch points, more ways to get into the paper than ever before. It's easier to look at a glance and see how much information there is throughout the paper, to get a sense of the robust content, and there are more indexes and teasers throughout the paper to guide readers to that information.
The paper coming out Friday is probably one of the most exciting times for me. I've been at the Business Journal for 9 years, and this is the first time I've experienced a redesign, and my staff is extremely excited. We are coming out with a publication that looks updated, crisp, user-friendly, and I think that our circulation is going to grow tremendously, and our audience is going to be very excited as well.
One of the most satisfying aspects of this redesign effort has been harnessing the contribution of everybody in our company. There is not a person who works at the Business Journal who hasn't contributed in some way to this process.
I hold before you the very first redesigned Puget Sound Business Journal of 2008 with George Erb, the editor-in-chief's initials right there, approving it. There it is, folks. It's got jumps, it's got approvals, the whole shebang. Now, I've got just a few hours of comments to make. But before that, we're going to make sure that we pour all the champagne. And finally, the #1 local business newspaper in the country. Congratulations and thanks.